Open my presents and I'd be glad. But the last I was paid for the Christmas, I stood outside the department store. A gang of kids came over and mugged me and knocked my Ranger to the floor. They said, Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your blood, so don't make us annoyed. Give all the toys to the little rich boys.
Oh man, welcome to the Pod Tsunami. This is the 7th show of the Star Wars series. We have myself, Miguel Hito, and John Comic, all the way from Liverpool, England. He is the Werrell Bomber. I don't know what he is. How you doing, mate? Oh, I can't even hear you. Why can't I hear you?
No, it's my fault, sorry. I was being very professional, having it switched off while the show was starting, because that's how I roll.
I bet your animal print pants are out of control.
Oh, yeah.
Is this true?
Leggings these days.
How's it going? Everything good?
Yeah, good.
We're ticking, man. One more week. One more week, John.
4 days away.
Oh, you come this Sunday? Damn, I would have forgot to pick your ass up at the airport.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody's walking from Orlando. Well, we are missing Ant from AYNE tonight. Are You Not Entertained show on Spreaker also. Make sure you check that out. Really funny guys, doing lots of good stuff for the new year. We even got a little AYNE commercial we'll play for them in a little bit. And they also did a little plug for our show, which I think is pretty kick-ass, I'll have to say. But we'll I want to talk about some cool Christmas stuff. Did you saw Star Wars, right?
I did.
I think
But no spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
All right, then the only thing that I will say about it was
No, I hate people like you do that.
Bro.
I just tell you this one thing.
No, I'm not going to actually say anything about the movie. All I'm going to say is I was speechless. It felt really good. It felt really good. That movie was very enjoyable. But the crazy thing is I was in the theater. This has nothing to do with the actual movie itself. I was in the theater and I had to get up and go to the bathroom during one of the parts that had a little bit of a time to where I could get up. And man, I tell you, I had to put my hand on the seats. Every time I put my hand on the seat, it jerked the person's seat backwards. And I was like, "What the fuck? Hey, come on!" Oh, I stepped on people's feet coming in. It was an absolute disaster getting out of there to go to the bathroom. And of course, Sherry had to go too. She went one way, I went the other. And man, everybody was griping and groaning. It was a freaking mess, dude. It was an absolute mess. Did you have any problems like that when you went in there?
No, this is something we particularly, it's planned, like fine-tuned, going out and watch the pictures without any piss breaks.
Oh man, we drank a big ass soda. We shouldn't have drank it, and of course then.
No, well, this is it. We get sweets before we go in. We stuff our pockets with sweets. We get the Cokes, whatever. But I said to the boys, I said, no Cokes. No Cokes. I said, nobody's getting up in the middle of this film for a wee. Because I remember when Matthew was younger and when Jack was younger, because Jack's first film that I took him to see in the pictures.
What was that?
Shrek.
Shrek? You sure it wasn't Debbie Does Dallas? What the hell's going on over there?
Oh, for God's sake. So that was the first film I ever took him to see. And, little kids, you've got to go to the gents. And one of these pictures, the movies, we'll say movies for the American listeners as well.
You could say pictures. We need to get them on board with thinking right, because half the people I used to deal with couldn't handle English callers. So, yeah.
Well, no, was that a thing? Was that ever a word?
Pictures? Yeah, the moving pictures.
No, I'm going the pictures.
I'm sure it was back in the 30s.
No, God. What about, no, come on. I mean, you got, you can't just call it the movies. You call it the flicks. That's another one, another slang.
Yeah, the flicks. Flicks are pictures. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can get what you can get.
No, it means we're going to pictures.
It's the same thing. You go to the pictures, you go to the movies. I mean, a picture, you're going to go...
I just wondered whether you had another word other than movies, a little bit more inventive.
We're going to go see a film, you cunt. Oh, that pretty little lady done left us. Well, tough luck then.
Surprise you going on about your bloody movies.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You go see a film, go see a movie, whatever you want to do. You got to go do it.
No, that's fair dues. And of course, going on to the point that we started with anyway in the first place, no drinks when we go to watch films. Especially, I mean, we went to see King Kong, all right?
Which, the new one?
And that is the new one. And that was one long film.
That was one dumbass movie.
I liked it.
It was entertaining, but it was definitely not... I didn't think it was all
wasn't
that
a
good.
fail, though, was it?
No. Look at this, what I'm drinking here. I'm drinking a McKellar Santa's Little Helper. You know what this beer was aged in, John? Grand Marnier barrels.
I don't know what that means.
Grand Marnier, the orange liqueur?
Oh, okay. But after the orange liqueur was out?
Yes, then they put this inside. Keep up, John. Keep up. 10.9.
No, yeah, that's all right.
10.9% alcohol. Product of Belgium. This guy. The cool thing about this guy who for this beer company is he floats all around the world. He actually finally has an established spot in L.A. now. I can't remember his name. Is UB? I can't remember.
Usain Bolt.
What?
Usain Bolt.
He's fast, motherfucker. The first story I want to bring up today, because we're going to do a few stories and then we're going to have some fun. I think doing the quiz is going to be a little effed up now because there's nobody to do the quiz with.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to tweet this out.
Yeah, tweet it out. What are you doing?
Yes. Hang on, you got it, because for some reason it records your bloody face when you tweet it out. Get rid of that. Let's have it.
Okay. The first story I want to bring in, which is kind of fun, is I gotta do this too. You gotta tweet all this shit out there. Defer some work, and yes, John, you gotta post it out there. Make sure you check out our website podtsunami.com. We should be changing a lot of different stuff throughout the year. Coming up, we're gonna have a guy jumping into to redo our site, which is going to be kind of cool. So everybody's going to have a really nice special spot on the internet. You and Brad and Kevin and Gav, and even though Gav's got his spot, I'd definitely like to up it a little bit. And even Basil, if Basil wants a little spot, he's more than welcome. Hey, Ridian joined. How you doing, man? But this Austrian DJ barricaded himself into a studio and played Wham's Last Christmas 24 times before they got in and fetched his ass out of there. Could you imagine having to listen to that shit? John? Fucking hell.
Sorry, I listened to every word you said, and no, I couldn't imagine it.
That would suck, man. He did not have to permission for the stunt. He barricaded the door so nobody could get in, then he continued to broadcast the song until 10 a.m. When he opened the door to let his colleagues in. What do you, I mean, Wham. Do you remember that song? Look at this.
Of course I do. That's great. Last Christmas.
Look at that. It was before his...
Hello, Red. I'm just saying hello to Red.
Red, it's always good to see you, man.
He's a lovely bloke. He could take a seat, couldn't he?
He could take a seat. If he feels like coming in to discuss some stuff, he'll wake me up before you go. Is that like a weak bladder thing? I don't know. That's one of those deals.
It's a Wham song.
But, so, obviously, the people were pissed off because the people didn't want to hear all that crap. But a bunch of calls were flooded the lines nonstop. You know, it went nonstop for all that time it took to play it 24 times. It took 2 hours to play all that music. So the guy had a 2-hour block of time, and he actually jammed in with all that. He's like, I want to play it all day because I love my daughter so much, and I gave it to her to request, and she's decided she wanted to play it all those times. So he did it. He was in Germany. And he did the same thing, but only managed to get it 14 times before it was taken off the air back a couple of years ago. 3 years ago he did that. What a nut. I'd be rather pissed if I was... You think he'll get fired? He might get fired.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Well, I mean, he's having a bit of fun, isn't he?
I think he's having a bit of fun. I don't think he should be fired personally. That's my personal thing. How do you like big butts, John?
Okay.
Do you like big butts?
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of big butts on the ladies?
No, I don't mind the odd. It depends on the butt.
I'm not talking about like gargantuan butts. I'm just talking about a little thickness.
I don't know. You'd have to point them out.
A butt, a nice juicy butt where you got to smack it and ride the wave in. No?
Right.
Well, it turns out a big butt might be good to show that you have a big brain.
Big butt, big brain.
Big butt, big brain. According to science, you should be proud of that body because there's something interesting next time some bozo tries to draw a connection between a woman's mind and the lack thereof and her shaking her ass. He might be wrong because she might have a really, really, really good head on her shoulders because of that fat ass.
Are shaking their asses like that. They're making money and they've got good ideas.
Hey, you never know. I mean, are they in the glutofemoral region, being the little boo-boo, right? It said the fat stored in there produces hormones that metabolize sugar, lowering risks of things like diabetes and heart disease, and that's where most people hide the fat in their abdomens. And not surprisingly, given this, having a big butt is thus linked also to a longer life.
Oh, so you're safe, Mike.
but you tosser. He sees a pussy behind John. Of course he does. Look at all that stuff, Ridian. Look at all that stuff behind John in those boxes there. He needs to do some cleaning up. But anyways, all that fat contains a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, or omega-3 fats, which is good for your brain. So congratulations. It's science. Fat ass. Oh my God, that beer is coming up already. Fat ass equals big brain, John.
Okay. Fine.
And this one's going to be right up your alley because I don't remember if we actually got into doing this story, but I don't think we did. But your foul ass mouth could mean you're a smarter person also.
Fucking gobshite.
There you go. Your foul mouth proves that you're smart, says science. Fluent use of profanity can be a sign of articulate nature and deep intelligence, say researchers from 2 separate studies. So the next time you find yourself unleashing a string of F-bombs next to a set of raised eyebrows, take comfort in knowing your mom did not necessarily create a monster. John, you're a fucking genius.
No, the thing is, you see,
yes,
there's a time and a place. What I'm saying, you can overuse these words are quality words.
Correct.
And they can be overused or be used in the wrong places, you know.
Well, it's called social. It's called social tact, is what it is. You got to have respect for your surroundings. You can't just be going out on the street. F this, F that, fuck this, fuck that. You gotta have some kind of.
I know that, but Jack now we're having a teenager son who's 18. He's no stranger to the F-bomb, and he's talking to me, and I'm going, son. Just why are you using these words? You don't need to. You just in the wrong place, the wrong time.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can't overuse that stuff. I have to say with that.
No, you can't you? Because otherwise you lose a little bit of weight then.
Ridian saying he's got the same thing with his boy.
Well, there you go.
Acting the fool. But they tested a lot of people who held their heads in a bucket of water, and they did a whole bunch of different things to get people upset. And it seems that it was a swearing fluency test, is what it was, and they graded by points. You could say fuck face, fucking, or the variation of fucks. It's easy to highlight. He's like, so fuck face gets 1 point, but you can't look around the room and say fuck table. So they're doing all this really funny testing. He gathered the support. Many love the F-bombs. I think it's a pretty cool little study. I want to post that one on our Twitter page, I think, because that sounds like a pretty fun little study to get into, because that's my kind of thing. I like those really obscure studies. You have those studies out there like 5 out of 10 people agree. All those studies that don't mean shit.